One, right?
Yeah. Okay, everybody, we're very excited to have Maxime Surprenant with us today, who is the head coach for the Quebec Federation and also a national team coach and involved in many of our events internationally. So thank you very much for being here, Maxime. How are you?
Very good. Pleasure to be here with you.
And tell us a little bit more about yourself.
I've been coaching table tennis full-time for now almost 12 years. I was fortunate enough to be able to keep going and learn and get better with the years. I'm actually at the moment the head coach for the Quebec Federation. And I'm basically spending all my days in table tennis venues, whether here is one of the clubs around, but we have also our national team center, which is about 20 minutes from here. We are moving the center around to be able to reach more players. So yeah, enjoying myself, enjoying table tennis as much as possible. And yeah, I feel I'm pretty fortunate about that.
Yeah, and we're fortunate too, because you have been involved with table tennis in the Northwest Territories for quite a bit too, and have participated in coaching sessions and just be an amazing role model and mentor to our kids and our coaches. So thank you very much for that. And in about a year, we will compete against you. So let's see how that goes. Yeah. Today, we're here to do a little bit of an introduction, and we have some people here that will watch live with the Zoom and live on Facebook. So we're very excited to learn more about the virtual challenge. We did it last year, and you were part of that too, and you did a little introduction video. And this year we said we're going to do corporations. So we're going to do businesses or sport organizations that can come together and just challenge themselves for the ultimate bragging rights to be the ultimate freestyle ping pong challenge winner. So I'm going to hand it over to you, and then maybe you can guide us through the different exercises. And if there's any questions, then I will stop you for a second and we'll ask those questions. So thanks, Maxime.
Sure. So basically, one main component, which is pretty important, is the way you hold your racket throughout these challenges. The basic grip we can call is called a shake hand grip. So you would just do like you would, even though we haven't been able to do this for a long time, but if you would shake hands with someone, so you just shake hands with the racket, which leaves your index on one side, your thumb on the other side, and these three fingers wrapped around. The idea is that this way you can control, and you know, the back of your hands facing, which we call the backhand. And then when you play forehand is more your thumb guiding. And good way to feel this grip is to, you know, feel this for the V between these two fingers, that these are the ones actually leading you to the different strokes. So this is one thing. And another cue I can give you for this challenge, like, try to be soft and calm and really use the control. Whether you're using, there's different types of table tennis racket, but they all have one thing in common. If you hit too hard, the ball is just gonna go everywhere. So you wanna get a feel to control and stuff like that. One good thing you can do is just try to balance the ball like this on the racket. And then as you get better, you can try to do it with, you know, doing something else, talking, looking around, and then even moving around and try some fun tricks like this. So if I'm not, if I'm right, the first one is the ping pong flip. Is that right, Torsten? What's the exact name for this one?
That is a ping pong flip, correct?
Ping pong flip. So you have to hit the ball one time on this side, which is called the forehand, and then one time on this side, which is called the backhand. So to be able, it's gonna look like that. To be able to reach this, let's say, this standard, I would recommend that you start by one side, then by the other side, and then even trying to catch the ball in between. So at first you can just go one by one. The idea is to have your racket at a level so that you know where the ball is gonna bounce. And you say, I'm just dropping the ball, and the ball has its own energy, so it's gonna bounce up anyways. I don't need to hit the ball, I just need to let it go down. So this is one. Eventually, if I let it go down, it's gonna stop. But if I just keep a little energy on the way down, it's gonna go forever like this. And the idea is that the more control I have, the less I have to move around. That's the whole point. If you want to stay still and try to be able to keep a nice flat surface so that you cannot control the ball. So this is one side. Then the other side is basically the same thing. So you would just go like this, same idea that you just need the ball to bounce on its own, right? Then to be able to switch from one to the other. The idea is that you're gonna just use your fingers and use a very small and steady motion. You don't want to be running around and hitting the ball, flipping the racket. Only thing you need to do is this here, rotation of the wrist. You can try to keep your arm as steady as possible. If I turn this way, maybe you can see it better, is that I'm not really moving a lot. I'm just turning the racket using my hand and letting the ball and the racket do their thing together. So this is one way to do it. I hope these small tips are gonna help you. So this is the first one. Which one is the next one, Torsten?
The next one is a bit more challenging, and it's called the balance jump.
So that's the one where the ball needs to stay on my racket while I'm jumping. Am I right?
That is right.
Perfect. So in order to perform this one, the idea is to be able to keep the ball, like this. So this is one way to practice, is that you're gonna go up and down. You can even start bending your knees and making sure the ball stays in contact. In order for this to happen, you need to imagine that the ball actually wants to go up and down with you. So you need to be able to follow the ball. If you go too straight and then up and then down and you don't follow it, then it's gonna actually start jumping. So you want to be able to imagine what the ball would do and then follow the ball with it. So if I'm starting to jump, I need to make sure that I'm also keeping my hand level with the ball and trying to make sure, you see this one, if I stay too much and I look up, the ball is gonna go up. So that's the hard part about this one, is that you need at all time, keep it steady and make sure you absorb every time and trying to follow the ball like this. So this probably one is gonna be a little bit more challenging until you really have the feel to be able to move around with the ball, sticking to your racket this way. So the next one would be?
The next one is the wall.
Is the wall. Okay. So that's the one I'm gonna try to move around here. Okay, pretty good. So I don't have a flat surface, but it's still gonna work. The idea is that the more steady you are, the more you can aim at a certain point, the more it's gonna be easy for you to be able to get, a normal bounce. This one is quite a good challenge with this. But if I try to pick a spot and get the spot, then I can a little bit predict how the ball is gonna come back to me, which is gonna make it much, much easier. Same way if I wanna go with the backhand, just pick a spot and you're gonna be surprised, but the ball is gonna go actually pretty close to where you're looking at, all right? This is because coordination and stuff like that. So the more you look at the distinct point, the more the ball is gonna go there, and then it's gonna come back easier to you, so that you can be steady and you don't have to run all over the place. And once again, you wanna keep some control, right? Be gentle with it. The ball is already bouncing from the wall to you. So basically, if you just get your racket at the right spot and keep the steady angle, right, it's gonna almost come back on its own and do the thing for you. If your racket is too much open like this, ball is gonna go up, then it's not that easy anymore because you don't have energy coming from the wall and the trajectory is quite hard. Same if you go the opposite. If you're too close or straight, then it's turning super fast, right? So you wanna play with it, test it out. Probably 45 degrees is quite a good place to start. And then you wanna go steady and just keep the energy from the ball coming up and down, up and down. Which one would be the last one?
The last one is called the hand switch.
Perfect. I love this one. So the hand switch, this one is also quite challenging, I can say. It's pretty also awesome to do when you're able to do it. So the idea is to be able to bounce and switch hands while you're bouncing the ball. So in this one way to make it easier, even though it needs a little bit more control, is getting more air between the racket and the ball, right? Because the more it goes up, the more time you have to switch hands. So this is one way to make it easy. If you make it short like this, you have to be pretty quick. And if it goes a little bit further, you're a bit stressed out, then you hold your racket too hard, the ball is gonna bounce. So maybe about to your eyes is good. A little bit higher, maybe it's a little bit harder to control. And then you really want to stay calm, let the ball bounce. You don't need to hit the ball. And then you can even find, some kind of rhythm, like you're gonna play. Just listen to the ball, try to make a nice rhythm, nice steady, like a music. So if you go this way, all these small steps are gonna make it much easier for you to control and be able to, find a way to feel that you're in control and you're doing it, rather than running around and stuff. And Torsten, I have bonus one for you. This trick, if you're able to do it, you're gonna be able to do everything else pretty easy. So you wanna actually use this technique I told you about, following the bounce, and then you wanna go one side, then the other side. One side, then the other side. This one is pretty good. You wanna impress your friends. This one usually works pretty well. Expert level.
I absolutely
Special
love that.
bonus for you.
Love that, because that is part of the bonus session that we have too. So you need to submit 4
For
videos,
sure.
but if you have a bonus, you can get extra point for a bonus, and maybe you just gave it away for everybody. So that was cool. Thank you very much, Maxime.
Good. Thank you. Have fun. Enjoy.
So I have a few questions here for you. There was a few
Perfect.
questions asked. One question was, what was your biggest achievement as a coach?
Oh, many small things made me very, very proud. Obviously, when people win titles, it's always fantastic. Um, we were able at major events. Let's say the first big one we had was the Pan Am Games in 2015. Big bonus. It was in Canada with a huge crowd, and we managed to. I was at that time fortunate. I was the head coach for the men's team, and we made podium in teams, and also Eugene got a medal also in singles. So it was very awesome. And then I remember this quarterfinals match against Argentina, where we made like kind of a big upset at the time, and it was very nice feeling for the players, obviously, but for me as well, that we made it. Every small thing was kind of went our way, and it was very, very nice feeling. After that, I had the chance for some of my young players to become national champions for the first time. This was also a very nice feeling for me, since I've been with them for a very long time, since they're very young. And then when they made it to finally be national champions, for me was a very nice moment, and for them as well. And in a more recent, we had some very good results also in this last September. We were able to have many medals at the Pan Am Junior Games, Junior Championships, and also these Pan Am Games that just happened in December. Yeah, and then we had so much fun, because these events we used to go maybe 3-4 years before, and we go for get the experience and learn. And now we go to these events, and we actually make podiums and win. So it's, for me, every day I get to enjoy it a little bit more, and hopefully I can have even more achievements to come. Yeah.
I absolutely love that, and especially, I was there for the 2015 games too, and it was great to see the crowds all around. It was a tight space in a way, but still so nice to see like 5,000 people in the stands and just enjoying the game. So that was fun. Yeah. Another question came up. The challenges are very easy for me. How can I challenge myself to do a bit better with a ping pong flip? Do you have any other tips and tricks with a ping pong flip?
Yeah, ping pong flip. I guess if you want to make it harder, you can go really, really fast, really close to the ball, and try even maybe merge some together. You can do 2-3 ping pong flip, wall hit, ping pong flip, change hands, put them all together in one routine. You want to make it hard for you, and you feel that these ones are a bit too easy, you can merge them together. They're all 4 exercises that you can actually put together. If you're able to stand next to a wall, you can always jump when you do the ping pong flip. You can merge them together. I think there's no limit to where you can take this challenge. Only maybe just what you can. What's the word? Creativity. Creativity is your limit for these exercises.
I love that. Again, bonus tip for everybody. It's like combine them all in one and you might get your bonus right there.
Good.
There's another question. I always drop the ball with a hand switch. I can maybe bounce it 2 or 3 times and then it drops. What can I do?
Get better at only using your wrong hand. You know, like you use your good hand to just do the normal one. Practice the other hand. For myself, I'm a lefty, so I would try to hit 20 balls with my right hand before I even start to make the hand switch, which maybe is done because if you miss every 2-3 balls, it's probably every second time you hit with your wrong hand, you miss a little bit control. So then you need to run with your good hand and then you lose it. So probably spend more time working the hand that you're not as good with because it's not the one you use. So use this one, maybe try to reach 15, 20, 30, and then start to combine. And maybe end switch, you can start by doing maybe 3 from each side, then go down 2 from each side before you switch, and then finally reach to the part where you do 1, 1, 1, 1. This might be one. If I'm thinking quickly how I can fix this problem, is probably what I would say. Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, what we do as well, Maxime, a lot of youth and kids, and then also stages know us because we do the freestyle challenge as a warm-up. So first we bounce with 1, then we say you need to stand on 1 leg and keep on bouncing. Then we say you need to sit down and stand up again. And we sometimes even get the kids to do a plank while still bouncing the ball. So there's some cool stuff you can do. And maybe we need to challenge Quebec Federation at some point where we play Northwest Territories versus Quebec in a freestyle game there.
Well, you guys seem pretty advanced. I need to prepare the boys and girls around here too.
Yes, so there's 2 more questions here. The last one is my favorite one, but this one is, what are the benefits of having table tennis in a corporate workspace? Is it a good way to create good teamwork, for example? What do you think?
Yeah, I think because, at first, basically on the table tennis point of view, you can play doubles, right? Or you can play teams. So you play singles, but you have teams. So you have a lineup of 2 teams and play people facing each other. I think it's very nice because it's a sport that is quite easy to catch. You know, the basics. I think pretty much anyone can just pick up the racket and play for 30 minutes to an hour and learn a little bit about the physics of table tennis. Of course, you can take it much further and high level sport and very complicated and stuff like that. But I think it's a sport that's quite easy to pick up. And I think it's a lot of fun, and always, when we're playing table tennis, many funny things happen. So I think for team building and stuff like that, I've been able to do these kind of team building before for some companies, and every time we had a blast because it's something that almost everyone had the chance to play when they were younger, or at school or stuff like that, in the basement. So everybody knows a little bit about table tennis, so not a lot of people take it to the high level. But I think in a workspace, it's a good thing to gather around, to get people together, since it's a table where people usually merge around. And then, I think it's very easy to do, very simple. You don't need much things. You need a table, maybe just only 2 rackets, and then you take turns, few balls. I think it's, for me, if ever I change career and I go into a business, I'll make sure we have a table around.
I love that. And again, it's like when we talk with the national organization, and Marlis, for example, who is the technical development manager for Table Tennis Canada, sometimes it can be simple. Just put a net up, build your own net. The only thing you really need, maybe a racket. Use your phone for a racket, but I guess you need a ping pong ball or some kind of a ball. But there's no limits to, as you said, the creativity, what you can do. And I think we need to push that a little bit more in the table tennis world in Canada. Okay, last question. How can I beat Edward Lee?
Ooh, well, that's one usually I'm not giving away, and he's actually not so far. So maybe I keep this one. Whoever it is, send me a private message, and then maybe I'll share some info. But for now, I think between Edward and me, I think we have Edward and me and the whole team also working with Edward. I think we have a good run, and yeah, we have something to work on for sure. So whoever is asking for this question, you can look, you can find, they're tough to find, but there's some match online where he loses. So you can have fun and try to look there what you can see. But we're definitely, whatever you're gonna find now, we're already trying to fix it. So it's gonna be too late whenever you play Edward again. So
I love that. Great question.
yeah.
And plus, I think it needs 5 to 10 years of intense training and preparation and everything else to get to the level of Edward Lee anyway. So perfect. Thank you very much. That's all. That's all the questions I have. So I really appreciate your time and being part of this. You're part of our team, and we are so grateful to have you, Maxime. And wishing you all the best with whatever you do and whatever is coming next. And yeah, we'll keep you in the loop how the virtual challenge goes, and then again we'll see you next year, I guess.
Sure. Thank you very much.